Okay, here comes the video out loud explanation in case you are a visual person. First, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think this event is going to be a huge success. Kids are really excited. I've heard lots of good things, so thanks. Also, I should clarify, it's me, Miss Wimmer. You maybe got confused. It's not Swearinga. So here are the things you need to know. One, Mustard and I are going to be downtown by 2 o'clock tomorrow. He told me where and I forgot, so it's hopefully in the email. If not, I'll tell you later. Or text me when you come downtown. But by 2, we will be downtown, so if you need anything, or if you're missing any of the following, or if you have questions, you can come ask us or ask for our help then. Great. You should be in your location by 2:30 probably, just to make sure that everything is set up and that everything is going to go well in case anybody shows up early. Because kids are going to show up, sometimes they're early, honestly, and so like you might have people there before 3 o'clock. They're going to be confused at first, and so make sure, especially for the first group, that you are clear on what's going to happen. So here, first group, here's what you need. One, you need to have a score sheet for yourself. Every time a group comes to your, Waverly Stone Gastropub. That's where Mustard and I will be. Waverly Stone Gastropub. So that's where you come. We'll be there by 2 o'clock. Great. You need this score sheet, and so you are going to, the first thing you're going to do with your first group is you're going to say, hey, you need to come up with a team name. And so then you're going to write that down, and then you're going to keep track of how many points they get. They are going to tell that team name to every group from then on. So like every time a group comes to you, your first question is, hi, what's your team name? You write it down, and then as they go through your event, you keep track of their points. They don't keep track of their points. You do that. So make sure in your first group you have them come up with a name, and then make sure they remember that, and you write that down as well. If you don't have a score sheet, if you didn't get it from me after school, I'll have more at Waverly Stone Gastropub. Mustard and I will be there, so let me know if you need that, and I'll have that ready for you. Number 2, you are going to give your first group, and again, only your first group, this extra point challenge. They will go in order from most of the events to another, right? So like you have that clue that you came up with, so after they're done with your event, you send them on to the next place, and the next place, and the next place. That has to go in order. But these are extra points they can do whenever. The thought being, we don't want the walk to get boring, and also maybe if there's a group who, like maybe there are 4 groups at spike ball, and so the group is like, I don't want to stand here and wait, so they go do some extra points. There are a whole bunch of different ways to earn points. The instructions are on here for them. Basically, they take pictures of all kinds of stuff, and they send that email to me. So you need to make sure that your first group gets this, that they understand it, have them ask you questions. So if you don't understand it, you need to talk to me before 3 o'clock tomorrow. And then finally, I have pens for you. If you can get a pen after school, let me know, and I will give the one to you. So that way they are going to kind of keep track, this extra point thing, they're going to kind of keep track of their own points. I know that's confusing. Official challenges, so like if you're in charge of spike ball, you keep track of their spike ball points. These extra optional challenges, they're going to keep track of their own points. They're also going to send me pictures, and so like they can't just like be like, yep, I did all of them, I get 97 million points. Like I am going to check, but they're going to kind of do some of the math so that I don't have to. Great, so that is for your first event, and then you're just kind of going. You're probably going to have multiple groups. As of right now, we have 16 groups signed up, and I think that we might even be more because there was some confusion, whatever. So there's at least 16 groups. For that reason, if you want to keep track, like when it gets to be about 16, you're probably about done. Do me a favor, though, and either check with me ahead of time or give me a call when you're on your 16th group, so don't just leave. Because we want to make sure that everyone gets a chance to participate in all of the stations. But it should be about 16 groups. And then they're just going. You're probably going to have a couple, obviously, at your event at the same time because there are 10 stations, 16 groups. So there will be times when you have 2 groups going at the same time. So think about that. If I have 2 groups, how do I want to keep them both engaged? Can they, like you're fine, you're smart. You can have them compete against each other. You can have them do it at the same time. But like whatever. You're smart. You will figure that out. And then you need to know that they'll just be going on. Make sure you give them the clue to go to the next place while they are at your challenge. This is a fundraiser, so if there are ways that you can have them, pay $1 for an easier thing, or pay $1 to get a clue, or whatever it is, or I know the spike ball people might do like I don't know why that's my example every single time, but apparently I got sports on the brain, like pay $1 and then whoever they're playing against has to put a hand behind their back or whatever it is, right? So the whole thing is a fundraiser. We don't need to ask them for like $50, but like if we can get small bills from them, that would be fantastic. The one last thing is that they can win point. The way they can earn points is they can find Mustard or I, and I don't know, especially Mustard. I might run around, I've been running around a little bit in case anything goes wrong, but if they find us in our like hiding place, then they get extra points. So you can tell them to look for Mustard and Wimmer. That's not on the paper, but that is a thing. At the end of the day, so when you have 16 groups who have come to you, when you double checked with me to make sure that it's only 16, then what you're going to do is you're going to pack up all your stuff and you're going to leave. You're going to take a picture of your score sheet, the spreadsheet that you have right here. You're going to take a picture of it. Please write legibly so I can read your points, and then you're just going to email that to me, and I will do all the math. And by I probably mean Grace Brashears, if I'm being honest. But you're going to send it to me, and I will do all of the math and like add up the points and see who won. You do not need to collect anything from groups from your last group. So like even that extra point sheet, they have instructions, and they are going to like take a picture of stuff, and they're going to send that stuff to me. So you do not need to collect anything in the last one. So basically, like after your 16th group, you double check and make sure that's actually your last group, and then you just pack up your stuff and you go. It might be an anticlimactic ending, or we can stay downtown and have fun and have an impromptu dance party. I don't really care. For the extra points, kids just have to send me that by midnight. So technically, even though the event ends at 6, like I'm not going to broadcast this, but technically they could like hang out downtown longer and like do more of these. That's fine. You don't have to encourage that, but also like if they ask, I guess technically that's okay. I think that's everything. I can't say too nice of things right now because I'll start crying, but I want you to know that what you are doing is incredible. You have thought outside of the box. You are creative. You are willing to give up time of your own life and like not do this fun thing, but make this fun thing happen for other people. So for real, I can't thank you enough for being who you are, for leading the way that you lead, for being willing to do this awesome and different thing that I think is going to be a huge success. And even if things go wrong, it's still going to be a huge success because the best people are coming to this and the best people are running it. So thank you. I hope everything makes sense. I hope that having it in writing and also a video makes sense. Let me know what you need. At this point, at least one person in all of your groups has my number. So email me, but then if it gets to be tomorrow, like crunch time, give me a call and I will, if you have a question, probably other people do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the best. See you tomorrow.